Hello, I'm Dr. Laura Murillo, President and CEO of the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We're happy to have you with us, and we encourage you always to visit our website, HoustonHispanicChamber.com. We have many upcoming initiatives. You can register online. You can take a look for opportunities to network and connect with other entrepreneurs, CEOs, and executives. Our first guest is someone you're going to find very interesting. She's doing phenomenal work, and I want you to please welcome Jacqueline St. Germain. She is here with us, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about the work she does, why it's so very important. She's with the UT Health Houston Behavioral Sciences. Hello, how are you, Jacqueline?
Hello, Dr. Laura. It's so nice to join you today, and thank you. I'm so honored to be here.
Well, we appreciate it. I know that you do so much, and it's just very important to continue to have these important conversations as we are ever so busy. And the work that you do is certainly something that I think is easily overlooked because we'll make excuses about not having time. Maybe there's some cultural taboos, etc. But it's very relevant, very important. So let's talk about what you do and what you'd like to share.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, well, tell us a little bit more about your work.
I work for UT Health Houston. I've always been in the mental health space. It's my passion, it's my love. I love helping people. I've been in a variety of different roles in my career. Currently at UT Health Houston, I am kind of the outreach person. I do a lot of public speaking, a lot of community engagement around mental health, kind of destigmatizing the work that we do and how we do it. So I love it.
So, women and depression has been something that you regularly speak about. What are some of those signs? What are some things that you want to share with the audience?
What I'd really like to talk about is being a professional woman struggling with depression. I think that resonates for me because I have been in a lot of roles in my career. And I think when we think about depression, Laura, we don't think about, um, you know, we don't think about high-powered professional women. When we think about a professional woman, we think about someone who is successful, and we're always really great at putting on those fantastic faces, and what we show to the community, what we show to the world is that bright, happy light. And we don't always realize that what's behind all of that is a personal struggle that may be going on internally. I know myself that was going on. I'd go to events, I'd go to things, and I was running companies, I was running hospitals, I was doing a lot of different things, and I go home and I was exhausted. I was just burnt out. I was exhausted, and my family was the first that saw that. And so I think stigma is such a powerful thing, and fear and shame is such a powerful thing. And it's really powerful for women that are professional because we don't want folks to know what's going on behind that scenes. So kind of stepping out in that and trying to make that okay for people to hear that story and be able to understand what that feels like is really important to me.
Jackie, so you mentioned something going home, feeling just tired, exhausted. But how can you know the difference between someone who's just low energy, they're tired, between understanding that it's depression?
Yeah, so, well, I knew for myself it was because I've struggled at different parts of my life with depression as an adolescent.
For you, as
Yes.
feeling exhausted. So you, throughout the day, you were going through the motions of putting
Mhm.
on a face of you weren't depressed, but by the end of the day, you couldn't do it any longer. So,
It was just, yeah, uh, Laura, I was exhausted. I was tired. I was kind of grouchy, if I'm being really clear here. Some of my family noticed the kind of that mood change, and I would sleep for long periods of time. My eating patterns changed. I started eating more, gaining weight, and I just didn't have that joy that I was showing to the rest of the world internally. I didn't feel that joy. And, we talk a lot about imposter syndrome and these days. And I definitely had that because, I had that threaded through there going, I'm just not good enough. Why did they recognize me for these awards? I'd stand up and accept and everything else. And internally, I wasn't accepting it. So.
Okay, so at some point you accepted that something was wrong. What
Mhm.
do you recommend for someone in terms of that next step of feeling like, okay, it's not just that they're tired, there's something that's going on and they need to do something about it. What do you suggest they do next?
Well, it's very individualized. I guess if I sat down across from a woman who is professional and not as a professional, because I'm a clinical social worker, not as anything else, but just as a human that struggled, what I would say is get help. And being high functioning doesn't always mean you're healthy, right? Being a high performer doesn't necessarily, it's not synonymous with how you feel about yourself. And you don't have to earn rest. You don't have to like have a complete, physical, mental breakdown. At any juncture that you're not feeling good about who you are, go out, get the help you need, ask for the help, and accept the help. Um, and find somebody who's not intimidated by, your role. So that's even harder as a professional because sometimes you go to some clinicians and it's just not a great fit. Just keep trying until you get the right mix and the right person to help you. That's what I'd probably say.
It's important to realize that now with technology and other opportunities that you can even go outside of your circle, even outside of Houston, if you needed that
Mhm.
privacy or whatnot. So those are some options. Let's talk about the UT Health Houston and what you all are doing to help people who are suffering with depression. Anything specific you want to share about that?
Oh gosh, yeah, a lot. So when I joined UTL Houston about 4 years ago, one of the real things that appealed to me was the ability to, one, talk about stigma, talk through some of these disorders. And they were so laser focused on depression that it resonated for me. So, Dr. DiQuevedo, who I work with very regularly, is laser focused on depression. He's looking at the newest treatments, the newest, he calls it matched care. So, you don't have to need inpatient. Maybe you just need therapy. Maybe you just need some medication. Maybe you just need a little, kind of tune up, as he puts it. You're able to get that. And you're able to get that help when you need it, how you need it. And know that they're trying to stay up to date with the newest innovations, the newest techniques for therapy, for medication, for everything else for an individual. So that's what I love.
Well, again, there is help out there. Please look into it. Check with your insurance. That's a great place to start to see what resources are available. You can go online for information, but again, selecting the right person to assist you is a very customized, individualized. Sometimes the first time it's not the right person, but you can keep working
Mhm.
with that. And Jackie, I'm so glad we visited. Keep doing the great work that you do. And I always enjoy seeing you out in the community, helping people and representing professional women, especially. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, Laura.
I'll see you real soon. Bye bye. Thank you.